Alright, so today I'd like to talk about something called marijuana. Right? It's a plant that's grown in every single continent, and it basically gives you a high, a THC, right? Basically it makes you feel funny, and it's actually illegal in a lot of states in the United States, and it's kind of a big deal. Okay, so like I said, it's cannabis. It's a plant that's grown around the continents. See, the people, it's actually used for medical use for people who are have cancer, right? So they can eat food, because usually when you have cancer, you get depressed, so you don't eat as much food. And also, it's used for people who have back pain. Now, the people who made it legal in certain states, they did it for the people who actually need it for medical use. But they noticed that a lot of people started having back pain. So they could smoke this medical marijuana, and they didn't have back pain. And that got a lot of people mad. Now this is Charlotte. She's one person of millions out in the world, children, that have grand mal seizures. Basically, grand mal seizures means they have seizures about 20 times a day, that last about 20 minutes, where they're just useless. And they go on the ground and they have a fit, and at any moment they could die. And these are just people who have Dravet syndrome, which is a grand mal seizure. And why I bring this up is because people who have grand mal seizures can be cured by this thing called, cannabidiol, right? It's basically a version of medicinal marijuana, which does not have THC, which is why it's called hippie's disappointment, which means it does not give you a high. It does not make you feel funny. But what it does have is CBD, which is it's not a proven fact, but by the people who made medical marijuana legal, it actually makes it so you don't have grand mal seizures. Charlotte, who had grand mal seizures 20 times a day, as soon as she started having this CBD, which she didn't smoke, she had it in brownies and stuff. Other people with grand mal seizures, the moment they had it, it went from 20 seizures a day to either 0 to 1. So here's just another thing that's kind of disappointing in our government. And, they literally had the research in 1949, and it helps with people with epilepsy, and yet they didn't put it out to the public because people who abuse it and, for the THC. Now this is the big problem. This is what I came here to talk to you guys about. This is the United States of America. And all the green places are places where it's actually legal just to have medical marijuana, right? And all the gray places, which is most of the United States of America, are the places that don't allow medical marijuana, right? And that's a problem because hippie's disappointment can only be used in the green places, right? But families all around the United States of America don't have the money to go to these places, and they can't ship it to those places because it's illegal. So if a family, say, Florida, wants to get, medical marijuana, a treatment, which they can't pick up a year's worth, they have to pick up monthly, they'd have to go to Illinois a month, every single month to get, just so that their children don't have epilepsy, which is a huge problem. And I think that's why we should make medical marijuana legal all around the United States, but take away the THC so it's not abused by people who have back pain and people who actually have problems like Charlotte. So that's it.